evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Beer Rating with Sean Connors. The beer I have tonight is a red ale. It's from Iron Rock Brewing Company. That's out of Labrador, Lab City, here in Newfoundland, Labrador. This is one of the ones about a month or so ago. My buddy Mike went on a business trip up to Labrador. He came back with 3 beers from this brewery. So this is the last one. There was a double IPA, and I can't remember what the other one was. And there's a couple other beers too. But this is the last one from that brewery. As I said, it's a red ale, 5.5% alcohol, and they consider that a strong beer. Personally, I wouldn't. The brewery was established in 2018. It says, crafted by Big Land's Brewery. For people outside of Newfoundland, Labrador, we generally consider the Big Land. It says, fresh, unfiltered, and unpasteurized. It says, an amber ale full of toffee and caramel flavors, which is quite common for Irish red ales, making it a solid choice for those malt-forward beer lovers. And once again, that's quite common, malt-forward for red ales. It says, life in Labrador is full of twists and turns. We think of one of these can help straighten things back out. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, yeast, and contains gluten. So I've already given my glass a quick cold water rinse as per usual. We'll just pour it up, see what we got. Had quite a few red ales. I enjoyed most of them, so I'm hoping this will be up there as well. I've said it before, I'm not a big fan of strongly hopped beers like IPAs and double IPAs and that type of thing. Now I'm getting more used to them. Actually, I said last week I was actually craving one, which has never happened before. So I'm not a big fan of hoppy beers. I'm getting more used to them, but malt forward beers I don't really mind. So we'll see how this one sets up. So it's almost got like an orange reddish tinge to it, reddish brown more. Not much of a head. I was expecting a little bit more. You can definitely get the aroma of the malts, and either the toffee or caramel, just slightly there. And me, actually, the aroma just slightly reminds me a little bit of either a porter or a stout that I had before. So I'm assuming that's the malt. Let's give it a taste. Lots of flavor. Lingers for a second, but doesn't stay there, which I like. It is a little bit malty. Well, like I said, that's common for red ales. But it's not a bad beer. Honestly, I don't think I could sit down and drink like a 6-pack of them. Not that that happens much anymore. Back in my 20s, yes, by all means. But I think this would be a nice beer just to be going to sit down, have a chat, whatever the case might be, enjoy one or two. For me, anyways. Actually, yeah, I don't mind that at all. As you can see, I'm not taking little mouthfuls. I'm actually taking fair-sized gulps, so it's obviously easy drinking. I said it before, I'm not a big fan of beers that, the taste lingers with you for any length of time. And with this, the taste does linger for a couple of seconds, but then it dissipates, and that I like. And even when it lingers, it's not like really strong, so I do enjoy that aspect of it. Now I have to give it a rating. The maltiness, it's not that I don't like it, but it's a little bit more than I would ideally prefer. Ideally, I think a little bit less malt forward would be a lot better in my opinion. But that's, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. So my ratings are always out of 5. I'm pretty sure I know where this is going to go offhand. 1 being I don't like it, can't finish it. Definitely not that. A 2 is like, yeah, I'm not a fan, but I'll finish it. I think I'm definitely better than that. I mean, like a couple mouthfuls. A 3 is a good beer. A 4 would be a very good beer. And a 5 would be the best beer ever. And quite honestly, for me, I think this is going in between a good beer and a very good beer. So I'm thinking a 3.5. I'm going to take one more sip and see if I'm happy to stay with that. And that's a good rating, don't get me wrong. If you got a chance, pick one up. Especially people in the, with a Facebook group for any local people. Craft NL, and it might be Craft Beer NL. Basically, it's just craft beers from Newfoundland. So if you're local, by all means, check it out. If you had this beer, let me know what you think. Take one more sip and see where I stand with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 3.5, so that's between a good and a very good beer. And in my ratings, that's not bad at all. That's definitely, they earned it, and it's a good beer. So here you go, folks, for the Rail Bender. I don't actually think I mentioned the actual name of the beer. It's called Rail Bender Red Ale. So for the Rail Bender Red Ale from Iron Rock Brewing Company in Lab City, 3.5. The next beer I have is actually my beer box, my Beer Club of Ride. So I'll crack that open in my next view. See what we got there. So until next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.